Okay, so last time we hung out with Adam from Van City Audi, he was driving a GTI. GTI, I said. He's told me that was a huge mistake. Okay, that car that just passed is his, new to him, 2015 Audi A3, and it does low 11-second quarter miles. It's pretty quick, but he's had some insane cars in his life. His dailies always somehow end up being almost as quick as his 8-second RS3. Let's go for a drive. All right, so last time we saw Adam's real car, his RS3, it was running a 9-something in the quarter mile. He's officially in the 8s. You can check out his channel below for all that stuff. So he's got a car that's, I mean, frankly, not really something you would want to drive on the street. He does, but it's a race car, right? So he still needs a daily. He's back in the Audi game. Thing is, the B9 S4 he had before was a lot bigger. So these A3s, this is a 2015 A3, the wheelbase is shorter, and it's obviously the whole car is shorter. It's not as wide, and it's hundreds of pounds lighter. All right, the Audi guru. One of them.
One of them. I wouldn't go that far, even as a guru. Just someone who knows my own cars, yes.
Yeah. The way it's tuned right now, and we're gonna talk to you. You're right here. Yeah. About all the modifications on the car and stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as like operational, just day to day, it works like factory.
Very, very, very similar. It's a lot louder than factory now that we put an exhaust on it. But besides that, if you were to drive the car and drive, IE spent a lot of time to just make sure it drives super chill like it would stock.
Okay.
If you put it into sport mode, it rips. It's so much more fun, so much more engaging. That's primarily how I drive it.
Yeah.
And if you want to be crazy and make a bunch of pop, bang, crackle noises, you drive it in manual, and that's where you get to have a lot of fun for those interested in that kind of hooniganing.
Yeah. We did this on your B9 S4. It was pump the brakes and then pretty much use the factory launch control.
Yes.
This one, you explained this to me like a week ago at the track.
Yeah.
And I was running it on my way here through my mind.
Okay.
Trying to remember. So it's a half press forward on the cruise control stalk.
You got it.
Once I have my right or left foot on the brake.
Yeah, and nope. You don't even start with the finger on that.
Oh geez, okay.
It's a step-by-step. So IE's built this, so it's a fuel cut launch. Okay. And normally A3s come from the factory with no boost on launch. It's just 4,000 RPM and go. The S3 and the RS3 both rev with RPMs and boost. So a much more aggressive launch.
Yeah. It's more of just a traction control type deal. And to make you feel like you're
doing something special. So IE went above and beyond and put together this product with their TrueFlex software and all their rolling anti-lag, and they call it anti-lag, but it's basically a fuel cut system. So you're engaging launch control, car in sport, car with traction all the way off. Yep. This is an A3, so I don't have drive select modes. You don't need to be in dynamic. It's just sport, then traction control all the way off. Activate launch control, but you're not matting the throttle. You are getting into the throttle slowly to see your RPMs creep up. And the goal is to kind of get it near 4 grand.
Okay.
Once you're near 4 grand, that's when you push in on cruise control. As soon as you do that, your RPMs will lock. As soon as you hear them lock and your car is going ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, then floor it.
Build boost.
Build boost. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect my cell phone for you so you can see the live logger that IE uses, and you'll see a boost gauge. That boost gauge you can look over when you're at 4 or 5 pounds of boost, let off and go.
Is that a thing I have to specifically watch for and try to target 4 or 5, or it'll
stay there? It's a mild launch control. 4 to 5 pounds of boost is the highest you're going to get on this tune.
Yeah.
When you want to launch the car and you're letting off the brake, you have to let off the cruise control stalk at the same time.
That's the part where I was like, what?
It takes some time getting used to. Full transparency, the first 2 times out at the track, I had issues. It wasn't the easiest thing to do. I'm not an outstanding driver by any means.
Sure.
But now, all the time. Bang, 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 bang. Here and there I screw up, but it's an advanced motorsport technique that they have engaged for this launch control feature.
Yeah.
Once you get it though, it scoots off the line. It is very, very fun.
Yeah, okay.
But for me, the personal best on track was a 2.98 0 to 60. Wow. So if you get it right on track, it boogies.
That's moving.
Yes. Oh, it's moving all right. It feels great.
That's a quick car.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Let's go do it.
Sounds good.
Ooh, look at that. Pop-up backup camera. 2015 tech has never looked so old. It's actually pretty good though. So the Technic model, I believe that's what this was called here in Canada, top of the line luxury trim. So it gets, you know, heated luxury seats, heated leather seats. I can't even talk today. It's got the pop-up screen that you just saw, navigation, all that stuff, a Bang & Olufsen sound system, and then the S-Line gets you different bumpers, it gets you side skirts, and a flat bottom steering wheel. Rev up. Oh no, I didn't do it right.
As soon as you hit 4 grand, it loses the feature. Nice and slow throttle
up there. I also hit the cruise control all the way down.
Yeah, just
way too far. Okay. Oh, that was it.
Nope.
No?
You're gonna hear it if it activates.
No.
No.
We're getting a lot of noise.
Yeah.
No. Oh my.
Let's check the feature.
Oh, is that
hear the
it?
change?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
When you hear that
Gotcha.
change, floor it.
Why did it work when you did it? The car knows, man.
Yeah, it does.
No. What the f?
How about we just do a normal launch to start?
Okay. This feels like a cheat code, you know, on PS2, GameCube, whatever you guys played when you were a kid. That's what it feels like. It feels like an incredibly complicated cheat code that makes no sense. Something that is purposely designed to lock you out of the feature. It felt really quick though. Off the line, very undramatic, very slow, and then it hooked up and then it just went. Very composed, civilized, obviously a dual clutch, transmission, that's never gonna skip a beat. This is all on me, I'm doing something wrong. 0 to 60 in 3.77 on that. That is unacceptable. Wait, one sec, let's try what you did last time, which is just do it for me.
Okay, and then you'll floor it and then I'll back away?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna film this shit. And go!
There we go, that was a good launch. Thank you, Adam. Takes 2 to run launch control. What did we run? A little bit quicker, 0 to 60 in 3.58 seconds. Not bad, okay? We are also on budget tires, but let's go talk to Adam and see what the full build rundown is. Wow, that's some popcorn, Adam. That needs to go. That needs to go. All right, Adam, you want to introduce yourself for those who don't know who you are?
By all means, my name is Adam. I have a YouTube channel called Van City Audi, in which I feature my race car, which is an 8-second RS3, as well as my daily driver, which today happens to be a 2015 Audi A3 S-Line.
Why did you give up the GTI? As brief as possible.
As brief as possible.
Because I know it was a traumatic experience.
Yes, it hurts inside still. It hurt me deeply. I hated that car. It was horrendously bad. The build quality mainly was terrible. You could push on the roof would come down. Calling for SOS as I was driving for no reason. I had to keep cancel, still calling for help. It was a nightmare. Made a lot of power. That EA 888 Gen 4 motor is crazy awesome, but what's the point of all that power and torque when you have 2 wheels putting it down to the front? You can't use that power at all. It was useless to me. I'm a drag racer at heart, not a roll racer, so kind of a useless car all in all.
Yeah.
This was mainly because we had issues with the RS3 the year before that. I've lost track of time, it's been so long ago. That motor went boom, and then we had a problem with the B9 motor as well. So I wanted something that was daily drivable, that didn't cost me $1 million, was way more affordable to mod, and more affordable to get into in the first place.
Okay, so for people who just want to get a quick car without doing much, for me, it's like, okay, you do bolt-ons and you get a tune. And with these engines, you're getting 100+ pound-feet, as we saw with your GTI videos on your channel.
Yep.
What are the first steps past that to get where you are now?
So past the first step was just a stage 1 TrueFlex software with a high-pressure fuel pump upgrade from IE. And that was obscene for the amount of power you gain just from a tune, running some ethanol and having a high-pressure fuel pump install. So from there, we bumped it up with putting an intercooler on to make sure that the intake air temps were nice and cool, or as cool as we possibly could. From there, we put on an air intake system as well as a turbo inlet, and that made some more power as well. Then we went for a downpipe, added a bit more power as well, because you're able to go to a stage 2 level of tuning from integrated engineering, made more power there. Because we're running the flex fuel file or the TrueFlex file, you have to have a flex fuel sensor. So we already had that installed. And with that, we could run all the way up to E85, but with a stock turbo. Now these stock turbos on these guys are these little IS20s, and they're little itty bitty guys. So lots of fun torque down low, but it just dies up top. So then from there, we put on the big boy, the Garrett 2260S, otherwise known as the P-Max, making it a stage 3 car, making way more power up top, a bunch more torque, and just an extremely, extremely fun car to drive. And then lastly, the car was fun to drive, but it was so quiet. And I want to have some feeling of aggressiveness, something. So we put on this IE full exhaust, and it sounds wicked. A little too loud for me, a little too poppity bang bang. I put on that tune specifically for this video because I figured you guys would like to hear it. But I'm going to take that crackle tune off after we film this. I'm also going to close the exterior valves on that exhaust once we're done filming, because this is an A3, not an S3. There are no drive select modes. So I can't go through comfort and dynamic and open and close the valves.
Right.
We manually have to open and close them, put a wire around them, and they just stay as such. But I'm more than happy to close those valves.
Yeah,
a little too rowdy, especially as a daily driver in the off season. So because it's my daily and I wanted to keep it my daily, I didn't want to do anything above and beyond like I have done with my previous dailies. Full weight. But I had my Hoosier DR2s on, my drag radials. I managed an 11.2 at 124 miles an hour. 124 miles an hour, for those of you that don't know, is pretty quick. It's pretty fast, especially for a 2-liter 4-cylinder, full weight car. Nothing fancy, no fancy tricks. I was really, really impressed with what I was able to achieve with IE software.
Yeah. So this turbo is, you just skipped like the S3 or the Golf R turbo altogether.
Absolutely.
This is like,
I didn't want to waste my time going with an IS38. That's like kind of that middle ground that a lot of people do, because yes, you get some upgrades, but I'm lucky enough to kind of see what that could do firsthand here in the Lower Mainland. A buddy of mine, Brian, he's been on the channel before with his Alltrack. He has a 1.8T and he used an IS38, and that video is on my channel where we dyno tested it and saw what it made. So I kind of already had an idea, and then he stepped it up to the P-Max or the Garrett 2260S. I knew the difference ahead of time, so I had that kind of insider information, and why the middleman? Just go top dog and see what you can get done.
yeah, and the spool sacrifice is not,
It's minimal.
not much. Yeah,
minimal.
Minimal.
It hauls ass up top compared to what the tiny little IS20 could do. So, because of the limitations on the fuel system with this car, it does not have port injection. It only has direct injection. And for that reason, with the upgraded fuel pump on IE's Stage 3 TrueFlex file, the highest blend you can run is E30, meaning 30% ethanol. So I go to the pump and I mix jerry cans. I use Shell 93 and an E62 blend, put them together, fill up a bunch of cans so I get E30. So I just fill up as I go, and it's been absolutely amazing. I cannot remember for the life of me the gains that I saw from pump gas to ethanol, but I know it was significant. I think it was about 45 wheel horsepower. This build's a little different because Marcus is sharing this with you before my content has even come out.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. So if you see this, you know what's gonna happen. Yeah. But the peak number was 450 wheel horsepower. Now that is significantly higher than integrated engineering claims. And for those that are not familiar, guys, keep in mind all dynos read differently. If it's hot out, if it's cold out, you're gonna get different readings. Yeah, the way the car drives in sport mode on this is so engaging. It's a lot of fun, shifts when it's supposed to shift. It's very, very dynamic in the way it drives. Now, putting it back over to drive, I don't want to be all good. I can't be all pros. I got to throw a con in there. IE, from what I was told, had some complaints that the fuel economy dropped drastically when they altered the drive. And I think people that are buying these cars, they're not made of money. It's not a budget build, but it's much cheaper than your S3 or RS3. So people were getting worse gas mileage, so they dialed it back. So it drives very, very similar to stock in drive, which while you're cruising is perfect. It's fine, but when you want to have fun, sport or manual, super engaging, as I'm hoping you just got to enjoy. Well, guys, if you love what you see here from Integrated Engineering, make sure you use the link in the description below to save yourself some dough on your next Integrated Engineering purchase.
All right. Okay, the exhaust is ridiculous. The whole idea behind this car, and I think Adam will tell you this in a second, is that you just want to get to the performance level of an S3 of this generation or beyond for far less money. You get the same engine as Adam's Golf that he got rid of, a Mark 8 Golf, 2-liter turbocharged engine. From the factory, this put out 220 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque, same as a GTI, very torque-heavy engine. Naturally, that goes along really well with Quattro. Now, a B9 S4 in factory form, obviously a V6, makes 350 horsepower. So I feel like Adam's bare minimum for this build was that. And the car is just smaller. This weighs about 400 pounds less than a B9 S4. That is huge. So you don't need as much power to go nearly as quick. So it's actually not droney at all. I was expecting this exhaust setup to be very droney, and the tips are huge. It's ridiculous. These engines are great. They make great torque. That's the name of the game. It's not necessarily an engine you're dying to rev out. It only revs to about 6,500 RPM. Oh yeah, she moves. I mean, it's a tight chassis, it's a small car, it's MQB, Haldex obviously, torque to the rear wheels when the system needs it. Wow. I mean, the torque is crazy though. The spool is great too. Any amount of throttle after 3,000 RPM. I mean, the thing just lights up.
Yeah, it doesn't sound quite like a 5-cylinder RS3 or even a turbocharged V6 from an Audi S4, but it's quicker than both of those cars are out of the box in a straight line. A brand new Carrera 4 GTS costs $160,000 and only runs a tenth quicker to 60 miles an hour. And yeah, you're giving up a little bit of turbo response at the low end, but seriously, who is sitting at 1800 RPM when they're in a rush to go to work? 450 wheel horsepower is pretty tough to argue against in a stealthy budget daily.
So I did some quick numbers before I came here with Marcus, and we're just north of Washington State. So I used Washington as an example to get into roughly a 2015, 2016 Audi S3 with 80 to 100,000 miles was anywhere between, I think it was $13,000 to $16,000. This is all in USD because that happens to be the majority of who watches Marcus's channel.
That's all
so speaking in US, and then from there, the entire kit that I've purchased from IE, I think was about, what was it about? 6,500 bucks. So if you get one with a bit higher mileage and you get all the bolt-ons except the exhaust because that didn't provide any additional power or anything like that, it's just for sound, That's a $20,000 car that runs low 11s at 124 miles an hour. To me, that's a bargain and a half, and that's exactly why I got into this car.
Yeah, it's insane.
S3s are $10,000 more than that already, and it's stock.
Yes.
Then you have to spend all the money on top of that.
Oh, but you have the badge, Adam. You've got
True,
an
you have the
S3
badge. This is the damn peasant mobile, and I'm freaking proud of it. A3, strong, proud.
So good. Awesome. Well, thanks, Adam. Everybody, subscribe to Adam's channel.
Thanks, Marcus.
And he's
Appreciate it, man.
got a lot of stuff coming up.
You bet.
Boom. All right, that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.